See, I present before you today a blessing and a curse. The blessing, that you hearken to the commandments of Hashem, your God, that I command you today. And the curse, if you do not hearken to the commandments of Hashem, your God, then you stray from the path that I command you today, to follow gods of others that you did not know. You have two options. There's no middle ground. There's no gray area with Hashem. He simply says, you have bracha, you have klala. What does he say? You have bracha, or you have klala. Either your life is blessed, or it's cursed. Doesn't tell you, oh, maybe there's nothing. Blessing or curse. We don't understand what blessing is. We don't understand what curse is. We think Hashem is joking about the curse. We heard the curse. Curses are scary. If there's a blessing of a curse, obviously, if I'm smart enough to understand what this verse is saying, you don't need to explain to me that the blessing goes along with me doing what you said, and the curse goes along with me going against what you said. Obviously, I understand, but no. HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows his creation. He says you have a blessing and a curse. The blessing is if you do what I said. The curse is if you go against what I said. Chazal says that the reason why there's only a dozen is that we simply do not understand what a blessing is. So it'd simply be a waste of time and a waste of space in the Torah to detail the blessing. We wouldn't understand what it is anyway. Yetzirah is going to get you off the road. Yetzirah now changes uniform. He becomes a Satan. Satan comes from the word mastin. Mastin means that he rats on you. He goes up to Shamayim. He becomes the prosecutor. He goes to Hashem and says, Hashem, you see this Rasha of yours? What Rasha? Your son. He's still going to Shul Torah. He went to have a couple of drinks with the guys. This is your son, Hashem. What an embarrassment in Shamayim you have. What an embarrassment a person has in Shamayim when HaKadosh Baruch Hu, his Father in heaven, watches this movie of his son. No, Hashem is not happy with this. So then Satan takes advantage. What do you think? Change uniform again? Another uniform. Who will become? Malach HaMavet. Malach HaMavet says, Hashem, you know, somebody desecrates Torah. You say in your Torah. You say in your Torah, Hashem, chayav mita, death penalty. No, Hashem, can I go to work? Can I go to work right now? So now we have to pray that we have some zchuyot somewhere. We have a tzaddik grandfather, tzaddik grandmother, some mitzvah we did that we forgot about. Some potential that we have, something that's going to fight for us against the Malach HaMavet. So once again, Parashat Re'eh, he tells us again, there's a bracha and a klala. Now the Bet Levi says that bitachon will save you from jealousy. And he says that in addition to all of the other benefits of having bitachon that we've already discussed, one who has bitachon will be rescued from jealousy, because jealousy is what makes the bones rot, according to Shlomo HaMelech, chapter 14, verse 30 of Mishlei, Proverbs. Jealousy, Rabotai Yekarim, is one of the things that HaKadosh Baruch Hu detests. So much so that if a person dies without doing tshuva for jealousy, he's only guaranteed one thing: he will not be resurrected with the dead. One of the 13 principles of faith is that you have to believe that there will be a resurrection of the dead after the Mashiach comes. When one has bitachon and is convinced that everything Hashem does is good, enod milvado, there's nothing else but Him. There's nothing else but Hashem. If you constantly think that there's nothing else but HaKadosh Baruch Hu, nothing in the world can hurt you. You become untouchable if you're constantly thinking that. It's so powerful that it's constantly a skula that they teach to people. Listen, you want protection? Think enod milvado. Enod milvado. Enod. Constantly. A lot of people talk about emunah. A lot of people love to discuss emunah and bitachon and things of that nature. But in reality, very, very few among us actually have emunah or bitachon at all. Where's the problem? The problem when you become crazy and you have no assurance whatsoever that Hashem knows what He's doing. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the best policy in the world. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is even better than that. He's free. All you gotta do, pray, do His mitzvot. He already promised you time and time again, your life will be full of blessings. What do? We did a few mitzvot, but we still want some insurance. We go and put all of our trust in the worst insurance company on the planet. What is it? People. We put all of our faith, all of our trust, all of our future relying in people. How so? You're forbidden from being a khanfan. Unfortunately, people do this day in, day out, as if the salvation is coming from them, instead of actually realizing that it's simply a Kadosh Baruch Hu using them to help us. All they do is decide whether they're going to be the vessel that Hashem uses to run His world. That's all that's in our hands. All that's in our hands is our decision of whether we will be the vessel that Hashem uses to fulfill His will. We forget that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the best insurance company in the world. And that's what David HaMelech tried to tell us on Tehillim 146, verse number 3. He says, Al tiftechu benedivim beben adam she'en lo tshua, תצא רוחו ישוב לאדמתו, ביום ההוא עבדו עשתונותיו. David HaMelech says, do not rely on nobles, nor on a human being, for he holds no salvation. When his spirit departs, he returns to the earth. On that day, his plans all perish. Only in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you're only allowed to rely on HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But not just when it comes to money, when it comes to everything. We have to understand, if you're going to put all of the credit, all of the power in the hands of people, you'll fall into their hands instead of the hands of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When someone knows that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is watching all the time and fears HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you can trust that person with anything. Why? Because it doesn't matter where he is. He knows that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is watching. Meaning, Abotai Karim, when a person has bitachon, whether he's 14 or he's 40, he knows that whatever slice he has in his life, that's his slice, and nobody else's. And whatever he doesn't have, is not his place. We have no place next to the Shekhinah, no place next to the salvation, no place next to anything good. Why? Because we've been calling HaKadosh Baruch Hu someone that makes mistakes our whole life. We've been kufrim our whole life. Why do we expect Hashem to resurrect us? But like I said, Rabotai Yekarim, it's not just about having money. It's also about having merit. So it's not just about having money. It's about having the merit. That merit comes with our own tshuva. So the Bet Levi says, this bitachon will generate love of Hashem and attachment to Him, because the one who trusts in Hashem will not remove his mind from the one whom he trusts.
I've heard enough. New arrival screams echoing through the hallway to know that this ain't good. Once they pass them through the infierno, they don't come back. It's enough to make you go crazy.
Do not think we fear you, Spirit. We know your power is born of evil. This is your last night in the land of the living. You understand me, malevolent demon?
possesses the cure you seek. Go within. Just know, once you cross that threshold, there is only one way out.
There was a rich family that lived here called the Hetheringtons, and unfortunately, their daughter passed away of a heart attack inside the house. Basically, they were so devastated that they reached out to people claiming to be psychic mediums. They actually weren't psychic mediums. They opened up a total of 11 portals inside this house and invited spirits and entities from all different kinds of dimensions.
Well, I think there are certain pieces of evidence that there is an afterlife.
Resurrection of the dead is affirmed pretty clearly in the Talmud and the Midrash.
To be honest with you, to give this lecture is a nightmare. If it was up to me, I wouldn't. There's going to be some graphic details.
This place is a maze.
That person after death went to a place called Sheol.
This is by far the largest near-death experience study that has ever been conducted.
People go to a place and they experience weird things. And sometimes they actually will see a character of some type. Well, where did that come from?
I don't know why that one chain is swinging back there.
They may describe feeling profoundly peaceful, seeing a bright, warm, welcoming light. Some people describe watching doctors and nurses working on them with incredible accuracy.
Next thing I knew, I was above my body watching the operation.
How long did you feel like you were gone?
I went to a place of timelessness. And so what that means, it could have been a second, could have been 5 minutes. I don't know.
Can you imagine waking up from your sleep and not being able to move?
As I'm lying there, I realized that there's an evil presence next to me.
Do you believe that angels, demons exist?
Holy shit, dude, get out of here! Oh my god, dude!
Strange things keep happening. Bizarre nightmares, as if I'm on fire.
Whoa, what the hell is this? Man, I've got bad chest pain.
Satan's Hollow is what it's called, the portal to hell.
Some people calling it an eye of fire, while others said it looked like the portal to hell opening up.
And the next thing I know, I was outside of my body, looking at my body.
What I'm going to do is called claromancy, the art of throwing lots or throwing bones.
2,000 years of experience, passed down, recorded, of how demons work.
God has them all on a leash, and he lets the leash go enough to let them tempt us, because that's what makes us spiritually stronger.
I'm trying to be as graphic as possible so you understand what we're talking about.
It's your ticket to reality. It's your ticket to freedom. It's your ticket to immortality.
Is there an afterlife? Is there a
It's
God?
the type of information that can keep you away from the Yetzirah.
What happens to us after we die?